and over, all of you are laughing here. I go back, sir, you have no right. If you want to insult, you insult your generation and not us. 2020, I know a number of my friends who came out and were injured and all. Your generation did nothing of sort. We tried to take this country and you stole it from us. So please, you have no right to do that. Then to Honorable Ben and Honorable Frederick, please, 32 years, sir, that was before I was born. You have been in that seat. I only heard your name 2 years ago when your mother died. I heard your name second time when Karo Market was on fire and you made promises. That was it. I never saw you. You cannot always sit in your office. You say you bring bill, you do this.
Thank you.
Denied. You educate the constituent.
A mild drama unfolded in Abuja on Tuesday during an interactive conference on electoral reform, organized by the Civil Society Coalition for Sustainable Development. Some youths confronted Honorable Fred Agbedi, a member of the House of Representatives from Bayelsa, who claimed to have been in power for 32 years. The incident occurred at Marriott House during the question and answer session. The youths questioned why Honorable Agbedi had held on to power for so long, asking whether Bayelsa could not produce other qualified individuals for his position.
Suggestion is coming from your point, sir. Honorable member. Yes, my suggestion is coming from your point. You said that one of the problems is that the majority in the House, when you people take bills to do the reform, the electoral reform to the House, the majority will kick against it because the criminality is helping them survive. My own suggestion to this reform is that the senators and House of Reps should also have a limited time in office. Just as the president is doing 4 years and another 4 years, they should also be limited so that the majority will come down. That is one. Then my second question still goes to you. If I listen correctly, 32 years in office, what is the benefit of Bayelsans to your administration? And why is it that for 32 years, you are still in office? Is it that the whole of Bayelsa cannot produce a standard youth or a suitable man to take your office?
Thank you. 1 minute, stay, come here.
Now, I will also, I know we've said this over and over, all of you are laughing here. I go back, sir, you have no right. If you want to insult, you insult your generation and not us. 2020, I know a number of my friends who came out and were injured and all. Your generation did nothing of sort. We tried to take this country and you stole it from us. So please, you have no right to do that. Then to Honorable Ben and Honorable Frederick, please, 32 years, sir, that was before I was born. You have been in that seat. I only heard your name 2 years ago when your mother died. I heard your name second time when Karo Market was on fire and you made promises. That was it. I never saw you. You cannot always sit in your office. You say you bring bill, you do this.
Thank you.
Denied. You educate the constituent. Come to social media. Don't appoint media aid because somebody helped you during election and you gave them and they are not doing anything. We don't know the work you are doing. And you only wait for meetings like this to tell us you push bill. It's not done. Educate us. Tell us what we are doing day to day. You are working for us.
Thank you. My question is very simple. My question is, how can we create an atmosphere or create a system that can work for us as an electorate?
Yes.
When the system has already manipulated, corrupted, and been deprived by the individual, and now how can we protect our vote in the polling unit when we have already been deprived from the polling unit?
Thank you.
That is my question.
Thank you. Please go straight to the point.
And so I don't know what anybody enjoys as a majority parliamentarian, but I'm very comfortable that I have been elected severally by my people to represent them. Now, when I came here, my first attraction when I saw this invitation was electoral reforms. I'm a very ranking member of the Electoral Committee, as well as Constitutional Amendment Committee, several. So I will not just be talking. I have institutional knowledge of where we're coming from and where we are today. Other than that, I expected that it was a program where I was going to see chairman of the committee from the Senate and the chairman of the committee from the House of Reps. I don't know how you contacted them, but it's unfortunate they are not.
Is there a way to contact them other than giving them a letter?
Well, I'm just saying so.
No.
But I won't be able to speak for you. You know, that's just what I'm saying. You know, other than that, yes, even in the committee, I'm more ranking than all of them. So the knowledge I have may not be exactly the knowledge they have. But in terms of this assembly, they may have a lot more, in their grasp, in their kitty than me because they chair the committees. Other than that, let me also say that the two of us come from the South. He comes from Delta, I comes from Bayelsa. He comes from Labour Party, I am from the PDP. And so, in dissecting this agenda, if you don't have the APC in the all as members of the National Assembly, then the food is not even half done or half baked. Because you see, other than the docility of Nigerians, I don't want to use the other words others used. I want to be more liberal. Nigerians are docile. We are a docile people. That's the truth of the matter. We are a docile people. You may not understand what the parliament does, but we are doing our best. Our best is between the majority and the minority. The majority will always have their way. The minority will have their voice. Whatever you get is a negotiated point. When it becomes obvious that you are going to lose the baby and the bathwater, then you have to give up some things. On both sides. That is how laws emerge. That is the fact in National Assembly. There is a majority that will not want the actual laws that will make them lose the election. That's the truth. They know that if you have a fantastic law, they are going to lose the election. And so they will come heavily on it. They will mobilize their numbers. And of course, you will do it by voting. You do it by voting. They have the numbers. But the minority has a strong voice. And that is why you have what you have. Otherwise, we won't get what you have today. In the 8th Assembly, we lost the baby and the bathwater. I was a member of the committee. In the 9th Assembly, to the extent, let me tell you, that we consider to presidency, write the law the way you want it. Since you have become the problem, write the way you want it. Even when they write it the way they want it, they still go against it. Do you remember in this country that in the last assembly, the chairman of Senate Committee on Electoral Matters voted against his own report? You remember? That's the politics of this country. That is the politics of this country. A man who submitted a report that this is the document of the committee voted against his own report. Let me give you another example. In this assembly, we were in Lagos for a similar program like this. And then the two chairmen were talking. And I cautioned them. I said, you are APC members. You haven't seen anything. When it happens, you will run away. You will abandon this committee you are heading. They said, is that true? I said, yes, I'm talking from institutional knowledge. By the time we left Lagos and got to Abuja, and Yega organized another program in Sheraton, they had directive not to attend that program.
The situation grew tense, prompting the moderator to step in and halt the exchange. The conference, titled Setting the Agenda, aimed to address electoral reforms and sustainable